If it ain't Scotty, it ain't slime, my nigga.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm chewing some gum right now because my blood sugar levels, blood pressure, whatever the word is, it's feeling really low. So don't mind me chewing for a bit. Today, this video is going to be about the 25 lessons I learned at 25. Quick life update. I'm back in South Africa. I'm back in Durban. I'm back from au pairing in America. I've been home for it's gonna be 3 months. Yeah, 3 months. Jeez. I'm working on new music. I'm working on an EP and spending lots of time with my family. I hadn't seen them in 2 years. So yeah, it's been a while. So I've been spending time with them, and yeah, I have little mini microphones. I kind of did a little setup. The lounge is free today, so I decided let me do a little podcast type vibe. Um, it's not a podcast, but you know that kind of vibe. As you can see, like I got a blanket and everything just to make it look all cozy and everything. But let me tell you, it may be winter in Durban, but it is not feeling like winter. It is hot. Like I was gonna like put the blanket, like spread it out and like get all in it, but I'm so hot. I just have a little bit of it on me. But yeah, I got my book out because this is gonna be a long video, and I'm kind of stressed out to condense this video because I know I'm gonna yap. So I'm gonna try to keep it as concise as possible, but still, but still explaining my what. Okay, before we even start, I'm telling you now that there's a lot of things that you guys probably do know and have heard of already. So yeah, just saying. So the first one is very cliche, save, but for real. I definitely learned that, save as much as you can. If you're able to save, save. Like, it's always good to have extra money around. It's always good to have extra money for emergency. Ugh. Child, the amount of story times I have in America, the save topic, trust me, it hits home. Always try have more than you need and don't indulge too much. Definitely learned that one. I'm not saying don't treat yourself or don't spoil yourself from time to time, but definitely be aware on how much you're spending, budget. You know all the tea. I know you guys know this, but yeah, it's true. That's why everybody says it, because it's freaking true. The second one is it's that damn phone. It is, our parents were right, it's the phone. At least for me, I can get so distracted by my phone and I struggle with time blindness. So it's really easy for me to just go on my phone and then I'm on my phone for hours. And then, like, I finally look up, like, get my eyes away from the phone, and I'm like, oh my God, what time is it? Like, what have I been doing? And most of the time when I'm on my phone, if I'm on it for a really long time, I'm like kind of dissociated. So yeah, definitely be aware on how much you use your phone. And yeah, it's important to be focused on the important things in your life and less on your phone. I sound like a parent, but it's true. It's true.
Wow.
I know what I'm saying now is kind of boring, but we'll get to the juicy parts. We're getting there, okay? The third lesson the third lesson is read. Read.
Wow.
Okay, don't kill me. I sound so freaking boring, but I'm being serious. So, at least for me, not that I have a really bad vocabulary, but I definitely do need a bigger vocabulary because I notice that sometimes I struggle when I'm trying to talk and explain myself. And I feel like if I had more vocabulary, I'd be able to talk smoother um, in conversations. Also, because like I get nervous sometimes when I'm like talking to other people, even like making YouTube videos. And I feel like if I had like more vocabulary, like my sentences would be smoother, and it will help me with talking. So read. The next one is skincare. Sometimes you think that, oh, you know, these products have a lot of stuff in it to, like, help with the acne and stuff, but sometimes those things in the products will actually make you break out more and make your skin more irritated. If you're on medication that was given to you by the dermatologist, then you should be fine. But if you're like buying products at the shops, and those products that are specifically for acne, sometimes they actually make your skin worse. At least for me, it actually would make my skin worse. When I started using products for sensitive skin and like gentle face washes, stuff like that, it actually helped my skin a lot more. Um, yeah, so I do think less is more sometimes. It depends on the person, but for me, less is more when it comes to skincare. I also don't think you need a ton of expensive products to have good skin. If you have like a skin disorder and you have to buy like expensive products from the dermatologist, that's a different thing. But if you don't have like a skin disorder and you just want like really good skin, I don't think you necessarily have to have the most expensive products. I think if you're hygienic, as in you cleanse yourself really well, and if you do it often, and like even like with your beddings, if you wash them regularly, uh, and if you see, I can't say the word when I think of the word, but when I'm not thinking of that word, then I can say it. I feel like that can make a big difference. Like right now, I'm in Durban. It's winter and it is hot. Right now, I'm not working. I'm at home most of the time. I'm not really out and about most of the time, but I do try to, shower twice a day because it is hot, it's humid. So, if I can feel, oh, I'm kind of getting oily and everything, I'll go shower again. I do feel like that has been helping with my skin. The next one is aesthetics on everything. I watched a YouTube video by Nikki DiMartino. I don't remember the name of the video, but it was one of her latest videos that she had made. She talks about how she ended up buying so much stuff because she was trying to make her life look so aesthetic, and how doing that plays a role in overconsumption and you just not being authentic. So, yeah, I definitely agree with what she had said. I think it's fine if you want things to look cute and aesthetic, but sometimes, we go overboard and we end up buying things that are not necessary just to, just for the looks, just for outside appearances. And um, yeah, I think just having a balance of that. The next one is eat healthy, not for looks, but for your health, for your body. Sometimes I'll eat a lot of junk food and then I'd feel like, oh, if I go have a banana now or go eat these vegetables or whatever, it won't really make a difference. Like, it won't make a difference in like my weight or whatever. So I'm just not gonna like eat it at all. I don't know why I think like that. But now I realize, like, okay, yeah, I ate a lot of junk food, but if I'm hungry later on, I can still eat a banana. I can still be healthy because I need the nutrients, the vitamins, the what minerals, blah blah blah. I need all of that. I need that for my body. And yes, maybe, you know, I had a bunch of junk food, so now I'm not gonna be thinner or whatever, but it's important for your body to get those nutrients. A very black and white thinking, I know. So, which that point is gonna come up a little later. Okay, we are number 7 now. The next one is seek help. So this is just about if you're suffering If you're going through stuff in life, don't be scared to ask for help. Speak to someone, friend, family, speak to a therapist. Um, if you need to go on medication, go on medication. You don't need to be suffering, is what I'm trying to say. Don't hold it all in. Don't put yourself through unnecessary suffering and just go get help. It's hard, but just get help. Like, I know there's some people that think like, oh, you're doing too much if you go get on medication or if you go see a therapist, da 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 da. Like, me personally, I'd rather be happy than worry about what others think. And if they think I'm extra, well, at least I'm trying to better my life, better myself. Number 8 is enjoy your singleness. This is definitely something I'm still working on. Like, during COVID time, it was difficult for me. And then afterwards, it was like so easy for me. But yeah, I think now that I'm older, it is a bit harder because like I've been single for a very, very long time. Like, my last long-term relationship was it ended when I was like 19. Now I'm 25, so I've been single for a very long time. It's getting so hot in here. It's getting hot in here. So take the floor. As I was saying, I feel like it's more difficult because I'm older, haven't been in a relationship for a while, and also like I want to get married. Not now, maybe like my early 30s. I'm getting at the age where I would want to get married. Like, I still have time, but I'm definitely a lover girl. Um, so it is difficult to like just be by myself. Sometimes you long for that connection, that kind of thing. So even though like you just have to enjoy being alone, enjoy your singleness, because when you do get into that relationship, when you do meet your lifelong partner, it's done. Like, you'll never be single again. You're in a partnership, so you can't just do as you please, and you have responsibilities, obligations, da 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 da. So yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, I would say, but also just genuinely enjoy it. Cause yeah, like, you come into this world alone, you're leaving this world alone. So just enjoy being with yourself. It's difficult, but you gotta push through. The ups for me at least were I could go au pair in America. I was single. I could go travel for 2 years. America was always a place I wanted to go to when I was young. So I feel like if I was in a relationship, it might have been a bit difficult because, I don't want to be away from my partner. So, there's definitely ups to it, and you just gotta pull through. Moving on. Number 9 is giving back. I need to do more of it. And I recently like gave back, and it had been a while. It made me really realize like how not that my problems aren't important, but compared to other people's problems and stuff that they're going through, mine is so small. Not that it's not valid, but I think giving back can really change your perspective and allow you to just think about other people and not yourself all the time. I think it's good to not always think of yourself and think about others, really. And it really makes you grateful for what you have and makes you think about like more important things in life. Like, for example, you could be going through heartbreak. This guy broke up with you, you're heartbroken, which is valid, which you should feel. You should be sad and feel the way you feel. But if you compared to like the kids starving in Gaza. They literally don't have food. Um, it can really put your issues into perspective. It can really make you think, oh, okay, what I'm feeling is valid. I am sad, but it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna live. Like, sometimes we drown in our own sorrow, and sometimes we blow it out of proportion. And when you give back, I feel like it kind of puts you back into reality, and you realize, okay, yeah, it's deep, but it's not that deep. Like, let's let's keep going on with our lives. Let's move on. The next one is be picky when you choose your partner. Don't be blinded by looks. Please. I've been blinded by looks many times. Don't be blinded by looks. Because if you're just caring about the looks and all of that stuff, child, those looks cannot cover up that bad character for so long. In the beginning, everybody's on their best behavior. But the more you get to know someone, the more they drop their guard. And sometimes people will slowly start taking advantage, and people will start seeing how much they can push, and they will test you. So, yeah, be very picky with who you choose to be with. The next one is love yourself despite your flaws and your past mistakes. Let's say friends, family, or partners won't love you because of the way you are or because of your past mistakes. I feel like if you can at least love yourself, their rejection won't be so damaging to you because at least you love yourself. And I feel like if you do, that will just attract someone to love you, basically. If you can't love anyone, what? How can you love anyone if you can't love yourself? I do agree with that to an extent. But yeah, you do need to have love for yourself. If no one's gonna love you, you have to have yourself. You have to have your own back. The next one is all or nothing mentality or black and white thinking. I definitely struggle with this. We spoke about this earlier. We're talking about food, I think. Yeah. I said that if I ate junk food today, then I'm just not going to eat anything else healthy because it's too late. No, it's not too late. Another point, which ties into black and white thinking, is you don't have to do everything all at once. What I often do is that I will make a list of things that I need to do, and I tell myself I have to do all of these. And then I get overwhelmed, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just not doing anything at all. For me, it's like I have to do everything or I'm not doing anything. Like it's all or nothing, literally, which isn't good because it gets you nowhere. Um, so at least do something than nothing. Another thing I learned is if you're obsessed with someone, you're not busy enough. I think some people have heard this saying, and it's true. It is true. A lot of the times I've found myself being obsessed with someone and me also not really having anything to do. So I think that does play a role in your mind going a little nuts. Sometimes it really is involuntary, sometimes it's limerence, sometimes you just need therapy. But sometimes you're just not busy enough. Once you have things you need to do, your brain has less time to be delulu and create all these scenarios and have your brain use up all this energy on someone. So yeah. Number 15, no one's entitled to you. I saw someone talk about this on TikTok and I agreed with them. I don't remember who it was, But they basically said that, like, in the summary, that we don't owe people our time, energy, resources, finances, etc. No one's entitled to you. Not saying that you can't give your family, friends, people you care about, um, anything, but it's more about putting yourself first and not letting people take advantage of you and use you. And yeah, I've learned there are going to be people that are going to push your boundaries, which is the next topic. They're going to push your boundaries, um, and you have to stand firm and not let people walk over you and not allow them to just take. So the next one is boundaries. What did I write? I'm getting tired this video. Okay, so I wrote, let people earn their spot in your life, and don't be too quick to give access to people. Sometimes people don't know your boundaries, or they don't really care. They just want what they want, and you have to really stand firm on those boundaries. And yeah, if they're upset, like, you know, it is what it is. It's not your problem, really. Because, yeah, not everyone has the best intentions. So you have to just be very careful about the people you allow into your life and the capacity of them in your space, basically. Which leads to my next topic. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to grow and be better, not go backwards. I've definitely experienced this. I had a friend, in some areas of my life, they were a good influence, they were supportive and pushed me to grow. But in one area in my life, they were not a good influence at all. And not blaming them, you just gotta be careful. Like, that aspect in my life was a big aspect, like, was a big area in my life. So having someone that was encouraging me to go backwards and kind of influencing me down a different path was not good. Because that aspect in my life affected other aspects in my life. So yeah, try be around people that just make you want to do better. Number 18 is be around people who make you feel good. Some of you are going to take it as, oh, be with people that will be yes men and not hold me accountable. No, I'm talking about when you're in their presence, when you guys are together, it's good vibes, good energy. Sometimes you can be around people that have secret animosity against you, and you can feel it. And it's difficult sometimes because they may have not really done anything, but you can, a lot of times you can sense it, like, oh, this person, like, there's something about this person, and every time I'm around them, like, I feel this bad energy. And a lot of times it's not just in your head, it's real. There's people out there that want to be close to you even though they hate you, or even though they're jealous of you, but they want to be close with you for whatever reason. Number 19 is don't tolerate disrespect. Most of the time, people know what they're doing. They probably know what they did was wrong. They probably know that you're upset. If you confronted someone about something they did that you didn't like, and then they still continue to behave that way, cut them off. Like, cut them off. Like, you've already given them a chance. They're probably not going to change, and they definitely know what they're doing. Sometimes people don't know what they're doing. You know, we all grew up differently, so something that is disrespectful to me might not be disrespectful to you. So sometimes people just genuinely don't know. So you really just gotta feel it out. Sometimes it is worth confronting and giving people a chance. And then sometimes, a lot of the times, people do know what they're doing, and sometimes they might accidentally disrespect you, but then they realize after, oh, I what I did was not okay, but they don't want to be accountable and they don't want to be upfront and admit it. So they'll just like avoid you and all that stuff and be weird with you, which is another topic. I know confrontation is hard sometimes. Sometimes it is uncomfortable to be like, oh, what happened earlier? Like, I'm sorry about that. I get it, but for the most part, like, yeah, if they make a mistake again, they're probably just gonna keep avoiding confrontation and just they're gonna just keep getting away with it. And at some point, there needs to be a conversation, and some people just aren't ready for that conversation. And you don't really need people like that in your life. So, okay, number 20, avoid jealous friends. I definitely have had my fair share of jealous friends, which is funny because this has been like a recent discovery, like, just reflecting on my life. And I've had a lot of friends that, in the beginning, like, it was going so good, everything was so great, we were so close. And then over time, they started to just become kind of mean, kind of cold, kind of like wishy washy. Um, yeah, and I couldn't understand it. And I'm like, I kind of just let it go because I'm like, we have this great friendship. I'm not gonna let these little things, um, end the friendship. But those little things just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And reflecting back, I started to realize these were probably jealous friends, which I don't even know why. I don't know why they're jealous. And I really, I don't want this to come across as like, oh my gosh, I'm just so amazing. Like, everybody's jealous of me. Like, not at all. Like, I'm genuinely like, what are you jealous of? Like, genuinely what? Um, I just feel like it's weird when it comes to jealous friends because they know you. Okay, well, at least the friends in my life that were jealous, I was really close with them. So they knew everything about me. They know I'm a flawed person. They know the stuff that goes on in my life, and it's nowhere near perfect. So I'm like I'm just existing. Like, but um I definitely think you should really not be friends with jealous people because most of the time that jealousy will turn to hatred, which will turn to them sabotaging things for you, which would lead to, like, they'll just end up treating you really badly. The next one is avoid possessive friends. So I've had friends that were very love bomby. At least for me, I feel like love bombing is not always necessarily like someone trying to be bad. Sometimes you just get really excited. I think it's kind of like equivalent to infatuation, except it's a platonic relationship. So yeah, I think love bombing in that aspect isn't like intentionally like bad. So yeah, there've been friends that have kind of like rushed the friendship, and I'm pretty sure I've done that as well. Like, I meet someone, I'm like, oh my god, da, da, da. I've definitely been there before as well, but it was not out of any ill intent. But there are people that do this that have bad intentions, that kind of rush the friendship because they're trying to use you in some way. Even in relationships, like possessiveness, like love bombing, things going too quick. I've definitely learned that lesson, bruh. I always give people the benefit of the doubt, but like I've learned that you can give people the benefit of the doubt, but let them earn a spot into your life. Like don't if they wanna like if they wanna act a certain way, okay. But you have to be true to your boundaries, and if they're having an issue with it and if they're trying to keep overstepping, then you know that there's something going on. You have control over your actions, but whatever they do, you just got to observe and see it for what it is. Number 23 is pick your hard. I'm sure some of you have heard the saying pick your hard. It's basically about how, it can be two options and they're going to be hard either way, and you have to pick which one you're willing to deal with. We're going to have to make a lot of tough decisions in life, and you have to pick your hard because there really is no easy way out. And sometimes we think there's an easy way out, but in the long run, the choice you made that you thought was easy actually just is harder. An example, being single versus being in a toxic relationship. You may be scared to be single, to be alone, and you might stay in that toxic relationship, and that's not good in the long run. Whereas being single sucks, but it's not the worst thing. And with singleness, it's something you can get through. With a toxic relationship, most of the time, it just gets worse and worse and worse, and it leads to people being dead sometimes. So, real talk. So, yeah, picking your heart, deciding which heart are you gonna go and stick by. Number 24, it'll pass. I got lip gloss stuck on my fingers. Anyway, sorry. It'll pass. Sometimes, at least for me, I'll go through something really bad and I think it's the end of the world, and I may do something that's not good to cope with what I'm dealing with. And I realized that, yeah, it'll pass. Like, I don't need to be doing all these extra stuff because the bad situation I'm in, it may take a long time, but eventually it'll pass. And you just gotta ride the wave. You have to just deal with the lows. At the end of the day, you will get through it. I'm also saying this because when you do use bad coping mechanisms to deal with life, once you finish deal with life, now you're dealing with the consequences of doing all those bad coping mechanisms. Obviously easier said than done. I mean, we can go. This is a big topic because, I don't know if my video will get like banned if I talk about this topic on YouTube, but a lot of the time bad coping mechanisms actually keep you alive. Um yeah, it's like at least I'm alive. I had to do things that weren't good, but at least I'm alive. Sometimes those things keep you alive, but if we can learn to manage to ride the wave, that is a good thing. And number 25 is I have an EP coming out soon. Okay, for real, like I thought I had 25 points, but then when I rewrote everything, I realized, oh, I actually am missing one more point, and I couldn't really come up with another point, and I decided, let's talk about my EP for. Hey, it's my channel. It's my channel. Okay, I'm gonna do what I want. There's no rules. So, yeah, I have an EP coming out. Hopefully, I'll have it out before the end of the year. I'm really pushing for it to be out before the end of the year. Fingers crossed. Um, yeah, I've written all my songs. I'm right now I'm in the process of getting beats for it, and then we'll start moving. So basically, number 25 is, can you guess the name of the title? That is for number 25 of 25 lessons that I've learned at 25. I think you guys can guess the title of my EP. But anyway, if you've gotten this far and have been able to basically watch the whole video, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. More videos, more music, more everything to come. I definitely want to do a Q&A. So please comment down below some questions for me. Anything really. I would really like to answer questions about my music, but I'm also down to answer questions in general. If you guys want more of a life update, just ask some questions down below. Please, as many as you want, because I definitely would love to do a Q&A on this channel, which I haven't done. So anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day wherever you are in the world, and peace and love. Bye.